Whoa. Okay, we're opening it up for whoever would like to come through. So much love, and here we go. Blessings. Oh yeah, in that last video, I got pinched. It was actually a Syrian. I thought the Syrians were going to come through, then Alpha Centauri came through. So I'm not sure what was going on there. So anyway, whatever. All right, much love. Greetings. Greetings. We are the Spider Collective. Much love to you. You can. Agnes is a good name for you to connect with us. Judging by the energies of your world, yes, it is at a lower density than it needs to be at. You are at this density because you wish to be at this place of negativity. You can raise your vibration by being, yes, more positive with yourselves and others. There are as many other insectoids that are not helping your environment either. That are still feel like human does not belong here. As you become more aware, you will realize that some who do go into depression state is because of an insectoid energy around you. It is the only reason we are mentioning this to be more aware. So when some go into this dark state of mind, realize, check for an insectoid. Some do check reptilian, but insectoids also. Insectoids are sometimes hard to connect with. Your ant being is very much... They have an issue with your world, where they do not feel like they're being treated well. I believe you see this in your environment. Where they're trying to build their cities and humans just crumble over them, as you can tell. There's also much going with your female race. Understand, I am a female. And to connecting with you, realize that more of the female would become more prominent in your human race as a leader without this darkness of male. Realize we do see male and female working together, not one dominating over the other in your future time. We do see you making peace with each other, working together. This time many do see as the male as the dominant one, but you'd be surprised that the female is dominant. Maybe, yes, most likely in your behind the scenes, but we do see more females becoming more together and more of your public nature. Yes, females can be more harsher than males, yes. But many that in your future time will become more of a leader in a positive way. As you can tell, your males aren't looking so good so far, at least in your presidential situation. But it is important for a female to look more positive. but also shows strength behind that person. Without understand your healer is there, but she realized she has to be more like a man to be in a man's position. But understand you can be a female in a man's position without having these virtues of infidelities and whatever you are, those things that are going on your planet. You understand. Would you say more female CEOs, more females in your sectors? As for bringing more people together, as for having more of a positive outlook, as your world changes, it is so important for you to have this balance of male and female in your future times. But the male is ignorant in many ways. Taking over the female and degrading the female will rise up above the male. Yes, when it needs to be, yes. And show the female is better than the male. They'll have to. Not to say you're better than each other, but more better as for being presented with others more together. Would you see, yes, a female president in your future time? Yes. As for when, we're not going into details. That's none of our business. But we do see that. But we also see your humanity finally calming down also. Calming down the waters of negativity. But to do that takes a powerful female and a male. Yes, that are flawed but still have love for themselves to connect more with your humanity. There's nothing wrong with having a female that is successful. Yes, there's no reason for this bombardment of negativity around them. And this is the male showing that they wish to be still in power. You understand this is why females get paid less in your planet? That will change. As females have become more accepted in your workplace as for a place of power, where the male feels they're going to go into more of the taking care of the children. That is already happening. Do you see an increase in that? It's because where the male situation is on your world is that it's not easy being male because you have to do many dirty things. Meaning, you have to sell yourself out, and many don't want to do that anymore. You understand. There's a corruption of your planet. You understand where I'm going with this? Since it's your Congress, now that will not change in some time. They wish to keep that more male-dominated. That won't be a difficult one, but not impossible to break down. But understand there's so much corruption within your government systems that it's difficult for a female to become a power. Not to say it's impossible. Not at all. Not at all. It's just, it takes time to finally understand those are in your political situations. Yes, easily sell themselves out, unfortunately. The males, at least. The females in some degree, but not as much as the males do. So it makes it very difficult for a female to have power because the men are easily selling themselves out constantly. You'd be surprised. But as for your business situation, do you see more females taking charge? Yes. Starting their own companies? Yes. And becoming more of prominent? Yes. To allow the female understand having more of a male than less than a female is not doing your society any good in your leadership abilities. You do see more as it changes in your era. Where we do see much change is in your education system. Where many are beginning to wise up and change it. It's not doing you any favors. Even those that feel like they have no power, they will eventually have their power as for changing your education system, which is disrespecting your race altogether. Disrespecting your human race as for its intelligence. Your education system is not doing itself any favors. Not doing you any favors. Yes, a learning process, but we do see the education systems improving over time. No time soon, unfortunately. For that to improve, your political situation has to change. Yes. One moment. The spider energies are connection, yes, is with many that are in power already. Not your Hillary Clinton, not her. We are not like that. Others that have more dignity to themselves, not so much darkness. Some, yes. With our race, there are some with darkness, but not like that. There are more of females that are more connected to their males and won't let them go. Have difficulties letting go and letting them move on. That's a spider quality. You'd be surprised. To some it is. Yes. Unwilling to let go. Well, it has to do with self-esteem. That is actually a spider trait to some. You'd be surprised. To our young ones, of course. Our young ones have very difficulty. They get attached easily. You'd be surprised. It is part of our culture is to consume the male. I believe you're aware of that. If we can't consume them, we are attached to them until we can consume them. And that's in your culture. You'd be surprised. You just have to look a little bit more closer. So that is all we have at this time. My message is mostly for your female race and your male, of course. As for your galactic update, I'm not here for that. That's up to you. Connecting you in your future time.